You are now tuned in to No Other Way Media Podcast. Yo, what it do? Let the people know who we have on No Other Way Media Podcast.
It's D-Man.
D-Man in the motherfucking building, man. Where you from and how was your upbringing?
Born and partially raised in San Diego, California. Both my parents being military. And shout out to mom and dad, love you. But other than that, I've been all over the place, at times.
Yeah.
I've even been outside the country once.
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah.
You living. What your parents do for a living, right? As of a date, or
I believe my dad said he doing security right now. I don't remember where, but he doing some security work. And then my mom and I, she's retired, so we're both, taking care of my grandma. Shout out to grandma, I love you.
Yeah. And so at the time you said, you've been around the world, this and that and that. So I remember it was a time we had spoke a little while back on some music stuff. So your parents is like on a military basis and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired you to start recording music, and when did you start taking it serious?
So my first exposure to recording music, I remember I was 12 years old, and this was when my mom and I first moved to Bahrain. That's over there next to like Saudi Arabia and Dubai, outside the country in the Middle East.
You ever rode a camel?
No, but I still rode a horse. I don't recommend it. Nah, but anyways, so in Bahrain, where I was going to school, every day after school was this youth center that me and the other kids would go to, to go hang out afterwards.
Yeah.
And I remember there were these two ladies that did music.
Yeah.
I remember one of them whose name is Avia, the Aviator. Shout out to Avia. And they had helped us put together this song. It's called "Don't Be Afraid." And I was 12 at the time, so I wasn't singing or rapping just yet. But they had to help me, write my verse.
Right.
But I remember the song going like "Don't be afraid to be brave, believe in yourself," and all that stuff. And then, hey, careful now.
Yeah.
Nah, so they had to help me write my verse, and I still remember it.
Do you? That's what's up.
Yeah, and then so that was my first exposure, but I didn't start thinking about recording music until later on, like years later, high school. I don't know what got me into it. I just knew that I just like music, and I like the idea of just performing on stage and like having my own music.
Right.
I grew up like a lot of artists. I grew up on people like like MJ and stuff.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Yeah. Hey, we all did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of artists.
I had a he and a kick to us, And I think I had a red leather coat.
Man,
I think I did. Yeah.
I still gotta give mine for the new biopic coming out.
I even had MC Hammer pants, the parachutes, straight up. I thought I was MC Hammer at one time.
I might have to give me some of those too.
That's what inspired me, man, with music, man. I want to say Luke with Doo-Doo Brown, seeing the girls dancing, Doo-Doo Brown, Doo-Doo. I don't know what inspired me, man, but I remember one day I was playing Doo-Doo Brown, and there was some construction workers outside in front of the house doing the road and shit, and I'm bumping that motherfucker, man, and they out there, they work. So I'm like, go. So I think that right there, it was always something that had to do with women that I want to include with my music. So like, far as like making beats, I always felt like a woman had to be like on the back, like with some harmony, with some notes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it was. I was about a female, but I always felt that the female had to play a place within this music to draw them in.
Right.
But I remember Tupac saying, "If you get the women, you get the men." Did he say that? Didn't he say that? If I'm not mistaken, something like that. If you draw the women, the men will follow suit with your music or whatever it is, and it's about damn near. It's It's about It's about truth. It's definitely logical. Definitely.
Okay,
So
Tupac.
who is D Man though?
D-Man. So like D-Man the name or D-Man the person?
D Man the person.
D-Man person just heavily influenced when it comes to music, heavily inspired. D-Man is someone who wants to be able to make a spot for himself in the music world and also the acting world. I also like to act. I be doing like theater and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but shout out to the Rhodey Center for the Arts Community Theater
Shout out
in
to them.
Kenosha.
No doubt. Shout out to them. No doubt. No doubt. So if you like name some artists like in the industry, if you was given an opportunity, and it was three of them, and you got 20 seconds to name the three artists that you would want to work with, who would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Chris Brown,
You know,
Justin Bieber. I want to work with Will Smith. The Fresh Prince.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what make you want to work with? I'm gonna start with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And it's not nothing biased to him because
Yeah.
Will Smith was the man back then.
For real though.
That's why I just want to start with what
Will Smith. I like the way he raps. Most rap music out here, a lot of it be like it be bumping, but it's also
Yeah.
like explicit and dirty. You talk about gang banging and degrading women and as D-Man the person, that's never been my thing. Never. So when you hear my music, when you hear me rap, those are things that you're not gonna hear from me.
Right.
I'm one of those like lover boy type rappers,
Yeah,
but
I know. I'm your engineer.
yeah, but I also get into like mental health and
Yeah, definitely.
mental health is important and
That's
things like
definitely
that. So like with Will Smith, like I like his swag, especially from
Yeah.
back then. His vibe.
Yeah.
He wasn't cussing in his songs, and then like just his whole charisma that he brings to his music. That's something I've always lived off of.
Right.
And of course, I'm a huge fan. Despite the generation that I'm in, I'm a huge fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Those shows.
The show's still lit.
Yeah,
Carlton. Them shows
like
still lit, bro.
Fresh Prince, Martin, all of them.
Listen, man.
Oh my goodness.
Martin had me, man. I'm telling you, listen, boy, that Martin, man, that motherfucker Jerome and that security, man, the security dude he played. Otis, man. But the funniest one on Martin, bro.
What's your name?
No, is when he ran the motherfucking stop sign, fam. He had to go to court. And he thought,
I gotta watch that
and he thought
episode.
the police wasn't gonna come to court, and he came to court, and he told the judge, "Hit the ballot." And then he was like doing it like, "My mama told me." Like, fam, you gotta see the episode, bro.
Now I gotta watch that
You gotta-
episode.
No, besides that one though, the one when he fought Hitman Hearns, bro. And Hitman Hearns beat his ass in that ring. Now that's
Yeah.
the one. That's the funniest one.
Gina, I can't move my leg. I can't move my face.
That was good, bro.
You still love me, Gina?
That was good. Yeah, they snapped with that one, fam. They snapped with that one. So yeah. So what about with Chris Brown? Like what?
Oh, Team Breezy, man. Yo, that man, he a beast.
Beast.
The dancing, the breath control when he's singing and doing all that dancing, like that's something that I'm trying to accomplish myself. Cause I'll be on stage performing, it's like I feel myself losing my breath, so I gotta tone down the dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
And then eventually like pick it back up, especially like if I'm not singing or rapping, then that's my time to just shine and dance. And when it comes to like the dancing, well, for me as D-Man, I like to mix things that I see other people do and try to mix it up with something that I can come up with myself. So because you can easily look at me and be like, man, he just a carbon copy of Michael, but really like that's not the case.
Right.
Like I try to be as authentic and original as possible.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's see when you stay authentic like that, you know what I'm saying, you can never go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're not authentic, bro, you play a character. And how long do you want to keep playing this character, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like how long you want to keep? It's like when a man deal with a woman and he deal with another woman, he's cheating. How long you gonna keep doing this until it's draining you, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit.
Like-
Eventually,
like-
you get tired, man.
Like, stay faithful, man.
You get tired. You get tired of lying. You get tired of this. You just get tired.
Mm-hmm.
You get so tired, your dick don't want to work no more. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're tired. You know you're tired. You're telling yourself you're tired, but you steady keep doing it.
It's like, you a lie.
So if your dick help you out, then you'll be done with her. So name some local artists, even though that you say you only been here 2 years in Racine, Wisconsin. As far as the artists that you do know of, name at least 2 of the artists that you would like to work with local.
Well, right off the bat, big shout out to the homie Dre Morrow.
That's my boy.
Yeah, for those that don't know, he a rapper. We met, I want to say, back in the summer of 2024. I met him at Kenosha Creative Space. He was doing a show there, and I just came by to watch. I wasn't performing. I just came by to watch him, and I saw him doing all this fast rapping and stuff. I'm like, man, this guy, he's a Hispanic Busta Rhymes or whatever he is. You know what I mean? And then, but we didn't meet up again until shortly after at some sort of hip hop event here in Racine called The Origins of Hip Hop, or hip hop celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and that's where he had a show there, and I went to go see him again, and that's when we finally met up and started talking and stuff, and we've been cool ever since, and we doing songs together now, and
you're a righteous dude. I just wish the boy would listen to me,
man.
That's a whole nother note.
But also, let's see, there's another artist. I'll say.
What about me? Damn.
Yeah.
Y'all always get on the track when I be fucking around. No, I had to throw that in there real quick.
So this other artist, I actually met her before I met Dre Morrow. Matter of fact, she was probably one of the first few local artists that I met when I first moved out here. Her name is, her real name is Haven Fair, but her stage name is Miss B Haven. So it's MISS and the letter B and then Haven. Okay. So, she's a singer songwriter. She got her own group, her own band. She plays drums in this band called Would You Kindly.
Okay.
But shout out to them. I met her through one of her open mic sessions that she be hosting in downtown Kenosha, and because and this was back in 2023, so she had different open mics going on here and there, but in recent months or so, the past year, some of those open mics been closing. So, but either way, shout out to her. She's one of the first few artists that I met that I've been really fond with. The past 2 years. So if you want me to pick my 2, then definitely Miss B Haven and Dre Morrow.
No doubt. Are there are you locked in with any local DJs?
No, not that I know of. No.
Well, I mean, you should know if you know of. If you're not, are you locked in?
Nah.
Well, that's very important for you, brother. You need to lock in with some DJs. Try to spin your records in the bars and the clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
You might slide them 25, 30, 50, whatever what I'm saying, whatever your budget is. If you can slide it to them, man, spin my record, bro. You know what I'm saying, and see how the crowd react to it. That if you got a hit, if you got a song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes.
But I'll definitely look into that.
Lock in with some DJs, and I'm gonna have a DJ here real soon, doing podcasting, over the other side of the building, doing streaming and podcasting. So that's something that you might want to lock in, with him on that type of thing. But also besides him, also try to get in contact with different DJs. Start sending DJs friend requests, you know what I mean, and then try to get in their ear however you do it, and send your music to them. Even if you got to come off look, bro, I'm an independent artist, you know what I mean. My budget ain't big, my budget ain't long, but if you could help me out, spin a record, you know what I'm saying. I got 50, you know what I'm saying, But if that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Work your number and then, do your thing. Yep. So, what's your motivation and what's your drive behind making music?
My motivation is to always try to be better than how I was before, because truth be told, when I first started, making music, I was, a sophomore in high school. I was 15. Let me tell you, the stuff that I was putting out back then, it is most definitely not something I would put out today. let's just say my Well, let's just say my recording equipment evolved over the years.
I mean,
So yeah,
regardless of the recording equipment, it's the lyrics.
yeah,
What
yeah.
you talking
Those
to?
also evolved over the
Okay,
years.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's the case. That's the case.
Nah,
Where
nah.
like right now, like where people can find your music up to date? Like what platforms are that you on?
So you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music. I'm a D-Man the Takeover. That's D-Man the, and then take and over are together in the Takeover. And then yeah, so that's D-Man the Takeover.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So before you started your rap career, what was you doing?
Nothing. Uh, let's see. For the most part, just graduating high school. I graduated in 2020 during COVID.
Yeah.
So for those of y'all that graduated high school with me, I'm sure y'all remember what that was like.
Yeah.
Instead of walking across the stage, we walked across the bus tunnel and all that. Now, true story,
Yeah.
yeah.
The COVID. Get off.
Yeah, and then after that, family and I, we moved to, because this was back in Virginia, so I graduated from Woodbridge Senior High School,
Okay.
the same high school that Tommy Richmond graduated from, that guy that be singing $1 Million Baby, like, I ain't never represent, baby.
Yeah.
Now, true story, I promise you, I'm not lying.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, so I graduated from there 2020, Woodbridge Senior High School, and but yeah, shout out to Principal Abney. I know she's still there.
Yeah.
And then after that, the family and I, we moved to a different part of Virginia. We moved to the more southern part called Suffolk. So we stayed there for about 3 years, and over there, for the most part, I was just working regular jobs, and going to school,
Yeah.
and then that's when around the summer of 2023, the family and I, we were just getting ourselves together to come out here.
Right.
And then since I've been out here, I've been out of school, just working full time, and saving up my money. I'm not like these other guys out here
Yeah.
just being all reckless and stuff. Nah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
just doing the music thing and also working a lot and getting back into theater. That's why I mentioned.
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I mentioned the Rotary Center for the Arts Theater. Yeah, I've been doing shows mostly with them. I think they're the only theater I've been doing shows with
That's
out
in
here.
Kenosha,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's some of your what's if you did or if you didn't, what's some of your biggest failures or what's some of your biggest failures and what did you learn from it
Like in general?
in general?
So like when I first got out of high school, I say being a little more reckless with my money, but it was only for the reasons of investing in myself. But the thing is, I went about it the wrong way.
Right.
Like I'm sure a lot of y'all artists out there be seeing people hit y'all up, on like Instagram, like, hey, like send me $20, I'll put you on my story, things like that. So I was doing stuff like that for a short period of time, and then it got to a point where, one person DM me like, hey, like send me 500, I'll put your music on Hot 95 radio.
Man, I got somebody that was doing that, man.
Yeah.
Dude was doing that stuff.
And silly old me, silly old 18-year-old me.
Sending the money.
Yep. And
Yeah.
and then my mom, she got on me about that, and
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. And since then, that's why I said, I'm not being reckless with my money no more.
That was
Being
a hell
smart.
of a lesson to learn. Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
giving away money that you're working for or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah, so nowadays when people like them, come up on Instagram, I immediately just delete it. Like, nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to be serious with me, then you're gonna have to do a little more than just hit me up on Instagram. You're gonna have to like ask for my email, ask for my phone number, shoot at me if you close by, like invite me out to a meeting or something. Like let's actually work, not just talk on Instagram.
Yeah, them scammers, man. Them boys,
Yeah.
them some cold boys, man. You gotta be careful, man. So, what advice? And I would think that what you just explained would be one good advice.
Oh yeah,
But what advice would you give to someone trying to pursue a rap career?
be smart with your money. Do not worry about the ladies; they will come.
No doubt.
A lot of them ain't nothing but trouble anyway. So please,
Yeah.
don't worry about the ladies, and then make some good financial decisions and something my mom would tell me, you know, if you like to go to school for music, then it'd be best to get a major in music business. You learn about the business. You learn
No
how the
doubt.
contracts work.
Yeah.
Because not every attorney or lawyer, whatever, gonna come at you with some good contracts. You know, there's those contracts where it may look good in at first,
Yeah.
and your money may look good, but once you sign it, you go through the process and all that, and once it's time to come to collect the paper, it's like, hold on, like something ain't right about this, and that's when he's like,
Yeah.
okay, let me learn about the business stuff. So,
That's definitely neat. Yeah.
and then let's see, don't worry about the girls, learn about the business, make good financial decisions. Oh yeah, and most of all, be authentic, like be original, because, and I say that because, for instance, a lot of music that I like to listen to, that's coming out now, I feel like at least half of it, if not most of it, at least half of it is sampled, and I wouldn't know about it until I'll hear like a much older song that sounds like that. I'm like, oh wait, so this new one was sampled? So,
Yeah.
like, so when I say be original, I'm talking about find your own sound. Don't just make sounds based off of what was popping before, like
Right.
90s and early 2000s. And those are some good sounds, don't get me wrong, and it's nice to revisit. Sometimes it's nice to revisit those classics, but at the same time, it's more fun to make your own classic.
Yeah.
So that's why when y'all listen to my music, y'all are not gonna find anything that was done before. But granted, I will say this: when I first started doing music, there was one song I had made, and I wanted to sample a song by Bobby Brown called "Don't Be Cruel,"
Yeah.
and it actually sounded good, but
Yeah.
I didn't post it though. But
Why you didn't post it?
the whole copyright thing, and
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and plus,
yeah.
I have my own YouTube channel, so
Right.
I used to post videos using other artists' music in the background.
get it.
I wasn't trying to like make money off of it, but at the same time, I just thought it'd be fun to have some good music played in the background of my videos, and then I'll always get emails about copyright infringement, and they want to take down my video or they want to mute my video. I'm like, and that's another reason I do my own music. So that's why, when I do my own my YouTube content, I can just put my own music in the background and then tell people to subscribe and new music on the way. Which, by the way, I do have new music coming out soon. So yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Name some struggles and roadblocks that you have encountered as far as trying to pursue your music career.
That's a good question. I think the biggest roadblock for me is not knowing what to do, not knowing who to go to. So therefore, I end up not doing anything. But that's something that I do feel the need to get better with.
Oh yeah, we gonna definitely get you together, bro.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. But I feel like now that I'm out here, I'm connecting with people like you and and
Yeah.
Dre and Misbehaving and other artists.
Yeah.
I feel like all y'all helping me find my way. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, we gonna. I'm definitely gonna get you together. You know what I mean? But we gotta, do you have your BMI, your ASCAP? Do you have that?
My what?
Your BMI or your ASCAP? Your rights to your music.
I do not.
So that's something that me and you, after this interview, that your next session or whatever we do, that's something that has to be importantly taken care of.
Got you.
Because anyone can take your music right now.
Yeah, and
Anyone.
and that's why I'm not on SoundCloud anymore. So long story short, there was a song I posted back in February 2024 called "Lovable Like Me." That's one of my favorites. I put it on SoundCloud, and someone reposted it under my name, and SoundCloud took mine down, thinking that mine was a copyright, and I filed a dispute, and they're still gonna sit there and take mine down. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I did have music on SoundCloud, but it's not.
Yeah.
But my music, myself, we not on SoundCloud no more. I got beef with them, so yeah. So SoundCloud, y'all owe me a huge apology.
Yeah, they bogus, man. Hey, you heard what he said, man. So check it out. If you was given an opportunity to have your own rap snacks, what would be the flavor?
My own rap snacks. I never even heard of that
You
before.
never heard of the rap snacks before?
Nah.
Your own potato chips, man.
Oh, my own potato chips.
What's that, Master P? You know what I'm saying?
uh,
what would be the flavor?
flavor, man.
That's a problem. You ain't never heard of rap snacks though, bro.
Nah, man. Hey, you learn something new every day. I think my flavor would be.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let's take it back then. So if Burger King gave you the opportunity to have your own signature burger and bun, what
Oh
would you
yeah,
make?
yeah,
Let's make it more easy.
man. It'd be the original chicken sandwich, man.
I said if Burger King gave you your own opportunity to have your own burger or sandwich, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and bun, what would make yours so different and special from what they have?
Um, that's a good question that I do not know the answer to. Nah, but I know before there were like different celebrities getting their own meals and stuff at
Yeah.
McDonald's and stuff. Well, I can't answer that question you just asked me, but I will say this though: if I were to have my own meal, the D Man meal,
Yeah,
it,
there you go.
it'd be
Yeah.
like two original chicken sandwiches,
Okay.
and people can decide whether or not they want mayo on theirs or not. I personally don't, because I don't like mayo. But anyway, yeah. So it'll be two original chicken sandwich, and it's from Burger King.
So what would the bun be like? I mean, you
What
have
would the
seeds.
bun?
Would it be wheat seeds? Would it be
Uh,
sesame seeds? Like, would it be no seeds?
Probably the
Italian
sesame
bread
seeds.
Italian bread buns. Like,
Just the regular seeds that they normally come with.
man, that ain't original, brother.
Well, like I said, I ain't got no answer for that,
Ah,
because I
man.
wouldn't know.
Oh, god damn, man. Now how you gonna get a sponsorship, man? You don't god damn,
Man,
man.
we'll have Burger King call me. We'll see what happens. We'll have a whole meeting about it.
Yeah.
Burger King, McDonald's, I don't
You gotta
care.
want them want to come to you.
Hey, I'm right here waiting.
You
I'm
gotta
ready.
put something on the table that's like, oh my god, what did he just say? Like that was just so. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but whoa, you know what I mean? But anyways, so like, how many projects have you released yet?
A lot. I saw 21 Savage when I say that. A lot.
Do you have any videos that people can like go check you out?
Yeah. I don't have that many music videos that I consider like good, but I have like two. But there's a whole link tree that I had made. You can find the link tree on my Instagram, dman _the _takeover. Albums, I think I have, let's see, like 4 or 5, and I think that includes the one that I'm about to drop called Know My Worth.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So, what song have you released yet? Well, which I kind of already know already, but you really don't. Do you have anything out right now that's got like a buzz or anything that's got people drawing attention to you?
I think the last song I dropped where people was really like jamming to it was perhaps this song I did in high school called Just Being D Man. Back then, yeah, it was getting more attention back then, but in recent years, nah, I don't think so. But I always let people know when I got new music coming out, and then I post little performances here and there from like different open mics, me performing like the new stuff. But it's Just Being D Man, the only person that I want to be, just being D Man. Everything I do, I do it for you. Something like that.
Type shit. That's what we have.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself between 2 to 5 years from now, and what plans do you have for your future?
I feel like just to keep it simple, my plan for my future is to just continue to grow, mentally, spiritually, grow my walk with God, and just continue to do what's right for myself, and like in 2 to 5 years, I'd say just getting myself in a better situation.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that I'm not doing good right now, but it's like I can do it better,
Right.
whether it be financially or spiritually or
Right.
or even physically. But I'm good.
Yeah. So, a few questions before we get up out of here. So, what are you doing, or what journey are you taking to build your brand as D Man, the Takeover?
What journey I'm taking to?
Yeah.
I feel like with my journey, I feel like I need to get better with promoting myself and connecting myself with the right people, like you said,
Right.
and just knowing how to properly, navigate as an independent artist. I'm not signed to a label,
Yeah.
so therefore this is a good time for me to get better with learning how to promote myself and um, stay in the studio,
Yeah.
with some good people, and
Right.
continue to receive advice from people around me, people that want to see me do good, because I understand not everybody gonna say like, yeah, man, you're doing good. Sometimes it does help to have someone there be like, it's not bad, but it could use some work here and there.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
it. You know.
Otherwise, if you're just gonna tell me like I just suck, then
Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually an easy person to
Right.
discourage, and I don't like that. So that's another thing I need to get
You
better
gotta take
with.
criticism though. Like.
Yeah. I'm not saying I can't take criticism. I'm just saying I'm trying to get better with like accepting it. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. So before we get up out of here, man, let the people know like where they can find what social media sites or what webs, where they can find you at. Basically, what I'm getting at.
So my TikTok is the same as my Instagram. I think y'all find me more on TikTok and Instagram, but it's the same username, dman underscore the underscore takeover. I be promoting my music there. And then you can find me on Facebook, with my real name, which is Donovan James. That's DONOVYN.
Doubt.
Yeah, Donovan James. You find me on Facebook as that. And and then y'all already know D-Man the Takeover, all music
Takeover.
Platforms. New album, Know My Worth, coming real soon.
Yeah. So man, we gonna get up out of here, man. No Other Way Media Podcast. Before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna get back to that track one more time. We're gonna run it back for y'all, man, before we get up out of here, man. D-Man to take over in the motherfucking building, man. Let's get it.
Hey, I never experienced the love in high school like Troy and Gabriella, but I know that if I did, we'd still be all in this together. People always say the right one will come, but sometimes I feel like she'd be stuck with an aggressor. If only she knew how great I could be, she would understand why she gotta take a chance with me. I'm not saying I'm perfect, no one is, but I still want her to become family. It's easier for me to give her everything when she makes me feel like I'm her everything. A soulmate is someone who only rides for you without giving you up eternally. Every time I'm walking past a billion faces, I make my way to you cause you're the #1 favorite. There's not a day where you don't cross my mind, and my mind be going different places. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. With my hands on your hips and your hands on my shoulders, it's something that I picture how we'll look when we're older. I'm drawn to you like a rose that's blooming. It's only a matter of time until we're closer together, holding each other, embracing one another like never before. Butterflies creeping in, it don't even feel bad. The only thing I wanna be in life is yours. Unlike one who's bad-natured, everything about you is worth the view. The way you be caring for me, be making me wanna just nurture you. Nurture you, girl. Nurture you, girl. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
No Other Way Media Podcast. We out this joint, man.